Nathan Zegura here with the 2-Minute Drill, brought to you by University Hospitals. Today, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam addressed the media here in Berea on the Browns' search for a new head coach and general manager. As it relates to this search process and the search team, here's what the owner had to say.
I think you all know Paul DePodesta will be leading the process for us. J.W. Johnson, Chris Cooper, who does all our cap work and has been with the organization for quite some time, and myself will be the front line of the search process, if you will, but several others in the organization, including D, will be involved in that process.
Today, Jimmy Haslam made it clear that the Browns would first be hiring the head coach, and then that head coach would have input into who would become the general manager, although final say would rest with ownership. As far as the head coach goes, though, here are the 5 critical things that Jimmy Haslam and the Browns search committee are looking for in their next head coach.
Players want leadership. They really do want strong leadership. So we're looking for a strong leader, 1, someone who's smart, 2, has really good football acumen, 3, and then is a good will work within the organization. Okay, it's not my way or the highway. We'll work within the organization for the best result. And I also think we want somebody who's a continuous learner, somebody who's trying to get better all the time. I'd say those are the 4 or 5 characteristics.
As I mentioned earlier, the Browns head coach would be very involved in the hiring of the general manager, because if there was one word that you wanted to take away from today's press conference about what the Browns' new football operation will look like, the head coach general manager relationship, what that will look like, that word is alignment.
Everybody talks a lot about structure, and I think structure is important, but I think far more important are these 2 things: getting the right people and making sure they're aligned. Okay, and I think if you looked at all 30 of the other 31 teams, there's all kinds of different structures, right? But if you look at the successful organizations that are consistently in the playoffs year after year, there is alignment within the organization, and they have the right people in the right place, coach and GM. And so that's what we're focusing on tremendously. And that alignment is something that's really, really important. It sounds easy, but it's not.
Now, to see the entire press conference from Browns owner Jimmy Haslam today, you can see this at clevelandbrowns.com or, of course, on the Browns mobile app. Now for the coaching search, the first interview was conducted today here in Berea with former Packers head coach Mike McCarthy. McCarthy, a head coach of the Packers for 13 seasons that saw him go to the playoffs 9 times, including 8 consecutive years. At one point, McCarthy's career winning percentage, 62%. In the postseason and regular season, a head coach, he is 50 games over 500. A very impressive resume, and from the names that have been mentioned so far being tied to the Cleveland Browns, nobody has an NFL coaching resume quite like McCarthy, who took a year off to study the new and innovative offensive concepts in the National Football League. The NFL Network's Tom Pelissero wrote a great article and video piece about that you can check out as well for more background on what Mike McCarthy has done in his year away from the game. But he is the first interview in the Browns' 2020 head coaching search. For the latest on the coaching search, as they said, as soon as they firm up interview dates, they will be made available. Be sure to stay tuned to clevelandbrowns.com and the Browns mobile app. This has been the 2-Minute Drill, brought to you by University Hospitals.